Good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome to your own channel, that is LED classes, where you are learning your physics in a better and easier way. So, beta, you have learned about activity number 13.1 as well as 13.2 in the previous video of class 10. So, in that video, I have told you about the what is magnet, what is magnetism, as well as I have told you about something about your magnetic field, some of the properties of magnetic field also we have done. Then after that properties, we have done the activities number 13.1, in which you have seen the deflection of the compass needle, as well as activity number 13.2, in which you have seen the magnetic lines forces or magnetic field lines along the bar magnet. So similarly, we will start with activity number 13.3. As I have told you before also that these activities are very important in these in the point as the point of examination view, as well as we can say that always in the examination these activities as well as application based questions always come in your examination from this chapter activity number, that is chapter number 13. So in today's part we will learn about the activity number 13.3. In this activity you are able to see this figure. This is the figure that you are having, that a bar magnet is there, south and north pole, and near that bar magnet you are having firstly a compass needle. Okay, the compass needle is having the needle. Okay, so in this needle we are having this arrow as well as this arrow. Okay, so this is known as your tail part and this is known as your head part. So head part always represent the north pole in this compass needle. Head part always show the north pole and tail part is always showing the south pole. South pole. Okay, so now I will let you know that how we will have to do this activity and how we will write down this activity in your examination. So I'm showing you the activity, observation, we can say procedure, aim, apparatus, everything I will show to you. So please move to the next part. So in the next part, we are having a brief procedure, then observation, explanation, and the next slide we are having the observation or conclusion, we can say. So in this activity number 13.3, what is the name of this activity? The name of this activity is that activity 13.3 ask us to move a compass on a magnet from one pole to second pole. It means when we are putting a compass needle from one pole to the second pole, how this compass needle moves from one pole to second pole, this is the activity aim. So we can say this is the aim of this activity. Aim means of the compass position we will have to mention, as well as we will check the magnetic field lines. So in this activity what we have done, what we have taken the apparatus. Okay, what are the apparatus we are having? Apparatus are given to us. One of the either we can say a cardboard, we can take one of the cardboard. After that we will have a bar magnet. Bar magnet. After a bar magnet, what we will have? A compass needle, a compass needle. So these things we are having with us. Now, what is the procedure? What is the explanation? Firstly, you will have to take a cardboard. You will have to take a A4 size sheet and place that A4 size sheet on the cardboard. We will also take the A4 size sheet also on the cardboard. Now, and place the bar magnet on that cardboard. What you have to take? You will have to place the bar magnet on that cardboard. And after that, you will have to take a compass needle as well as a bar magnet. Place the bar magnet on that A4 size sheet and draw the boundary with the help of a pencil of that bar magnet. Okay. So now what is the explanation we are having? Explanation is a magnet consists of two opposite poles. As we know that there are two opposite poles, south and north, north pole as well as south pole. So a compass needle is also a small bar magnet because when it shows the deflection, it behaves like a small bar magnet. It also has north as well as south pole. Now only I have told you the tail part as well as the arrow part, head part. This is known as your south pole. This is known as your north pole of that compass needle. The north pole of the magnet attract the south pole only. So what does the north pole attract? North pole attract the south pole. So when we place the compass near a magnet, see how we will have to do it, how we will solve it now, how we will do this activity. So listen to me carefully. I'm showing you with the help of your diagram. See now, with the help of diagram, it is easy, very easy to understand. So I have taken a compass needle. This is a compass bar magnet. Okay. This is the north pole and this is south pole. I have taken a compass. Firstly, I place a compass here. Okay. This is the compass needle having a south pole in the downward direction and north pole in the upward direction. Why it is? Because here is a north pole. When we bring this compass needle, the north pole of this compass needle will be repelled from the north pole of this bar magnet, because we know that like poles always repel each other. So what will happen? This south pole attract towards this north pole. Now you will have to mark this point as A and that point as B of compass needle. Now again take out this compass needle and place it on the next position, another position. When you put it on the another position, again south pole is towards the north pole and north pole is away from that north pole due to the repulsion. So now what we have seen, we have taken this as C and D. So we will have to repeat this process until and unless the north pole reaches the south pole. So we will have to repeat it. So when we repeat it, when we come to the last, now what happened? The north pole is towards the south pole and of the bar magnet, and the south pole of the compass needle is away from the bar magnet, because this south pole of bar magnet and south pole of this compass needle always repel each other. Now we will mark these points as P and Q. P and Q. Now what happened? Now take out this compass needle and join it. When we join it, when we join the position of this bar magnet, what we will check? We will have a curved path along this bar magnet like this. Okay, so this curved alignment of magnetic field is known as magnetic field lines. It is known as magnetic field lines. So this is the activity actually, that how we are moving the compass needle of magnet from one pole to another pole so that we will get the magnetic field lines. So they are telling now north pole of the magnet attracts the south pole only. So when we place a compass near a magnet, when we place a compass near a magnet, the north pole of compass align itself to the south pole of the magnet. I have told you before also that south pole will align towards north and north pole will align away from the north position. So when we move the compass, only the direction of the pole remain the same. Means pole direction remains same, but not the alignment. So we can say, I have told you before also, if we are having north and south, so here we are having the south position, here we are having the north position. So we are having only the poles. Poles remain the same. So as a result, we see the same direction of compass near the magnet. So we have seen the same direction of compass, and when we join this line of that position, so we will get the magnetic field lines. So what is the conclusion of today's 13.3 activity? Here we see that poles of the magnet attract the opposite pole only. Yes or no? Now only I have seen here south pole and north pole attract each other. So opposite poles attract each other. So this means the magnetic field has direction. It means that when we are having any of the position of south to north pole, so we can say that magnetic field has direction. So for convention, we can say that we assume magnetic field emerge from where to where? It starts from north and emerged at south pole. So this is the conclusion of this today's activity number 13.3. I hope that you will get it out and I have made you understand. So this is the activity number 13.3. So what is the observation now you're having? The compass needle always remain in one direction. It always be in one direction. Either it is north or it is south. That is, north pole of the needle always point toward the south. Okay, why it is? Because compass needle always behave like a bar magnet. Therefore, it always point out towards the south. Means opposites poles are acting towards each other. So this is your activity number 13.3. I hope that I have made myself clear to you all. So now come to the next activity. Two activities we will study today. 13.3 we have done. Now it is 13.4 that you will have to study. This is the activity number 13.4. Actually, this was the activity which was given by the Orested scientist. The name of the scientist is Orested. What is the name? Oerested. Orested. Orested has given this activity. So on the basis of this Orested scientist, Hans Christian Orested, we can say the name of the scientist, and he has given this activity. According to this activity, what we have to take? We have taken a key. This is the key, battery, a key, a wire, thick copper wire we can say, and a bar magnet. Thick copper wire and a bar magnet. So here what we can say, we are having a rule which was given by Orested. Okay, what is that rule? That rule is known as your snow rule. Snow rule. Actually, it is not mentioned in your NCERT book as it is mentioned in the class 12. That's why for making your concept easier, I am telling you now only. So from the snow rule, what he has told, that snow word. What is the snow word? Snow stand for, S stand for south, N stand for your north, O for mnemonics we are using, and here it is west. So what he has told, that whenever the current is passing from south to north pole, the compass needle, this is the compass needle, this is the north pole of this compass needle. This compass needle always directed towards west side. It always directed toward west side. So this is the we can say snow rule, which was given by Orested. So in this Orested experiment, what is there, or we can say 13.4 activity, this activity asks us to change the direction of current in the wire and see the deflection in the compass. It means whenever we are changing the direction of the current, like now only I have told you that he has giving us snow rule. The snow rule says that if the current is passing from south to north direction, so the deflection in the compass needle is always towards west. So here is also the same thing. So we can say the change in direction of current always shows the deflection of the in the compass. Now we will be able to get it, that how the current is flowing and how we will get the deflection in which direction. Okay, so in this case, what we have taken, what is the apparatus that we have taken? Your apparatus is yes, your apparatus. What is the apparatus now you are having? Apparatus is key, battery, connecting wires, compass needle. So these things we are having. So in these, we can say that when we are connected, how we can see the procedure of this activity. Now see, what is the procedure? In this procedure, what we can say, connect the key, battery, thick copper wire, in series with each other, and place the compass near the thick copper wire in the horizontal position. So this is your first point of that procedure. So what we can say, what is the explanation? Switch on the key. When we pass the current into the wire, it produces a magnetic field. Obviously, बात है that when the current is passing, then it produces a magnetic field. As magnetic field B is known as your magnetic field. it is always directly proportional to the current. It is always directly proportional to the current. Okay, it means when the current is passing through the conductor, magnetic field is always produced. Magnetic field is always produced. Okay, so this field is perpendicular to the direction of current. So they are telling that current and magnetic field are always perpendicular to each other. What I am saying, that current and magnetic field and current are always perpendicular to each other. So if the current flows from north to south, east becomes the north pole of magnetic field. In such a situation, the south pole of the magnet aligned with the north pole and see compass directing towards east. Similarly, if we change the direction of current by changing the terminal of the battery, the current reverses its direction. So this result in the production of magnetic field in the opposite direction. As a result, the compass also reverses its direction. How it reverses? Now, please let me know. Now see how we can check it out. As I have told you, from this figure only I will let you know. This is the figure and the current is passing from positive to negative end. This is the positive to negative end. Compass needle is also placed here. This is the compass needle I am doing here. Okay, as it is shown here only. Now the current is passing from north to south. How it is passing? See, this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. East and west. So we can say that what we can say? We can say that as this is not the rule, so I have made a word that is nose. This is not any rule. So from this word, we can say that whenever the current is passing from north to south direction, north to south direction, the current always, or the deflection of that needle always shows in the east direction. So what we can say, that current is passing from north to south direction in this path, in this wire. So where this deflection will show? The deflection will show from north to east direction. The deflection will show from north to east direction. So similarly, now if we change the battery, now firstly we are having the positive here and negative sign here. Now we will change the battery. Negative terminal we are having here and positive terminal here. Now the current is passing from south to north. Current is passing from south to north. So from here we can say that Snow rule is applicable here. How we can say Snow rule? So Snow says that when the current is passing from south to north, the compass needle shows a deflection towards west. So where is the compass needle? Like this, we are having this compass needle. So where is the west position? West position is towards this side. So we can say the compass needle shows the deflection towards west side. In this case, north to east, the compass needle shows a direction towards east side. Okay, so now what we can say? So from here, what is the observation we will have? We will have the observation that when we reverse the direction of the current, the compass needle also reverses direction. Means firstly, when it is moving from south to north, the compass needle shows a reflection towards west. Similarly, when the current is passing from north to south, the compass needle shows a deflection towards east. So this is what we can study from here, that when the direction of current reverses, the direction of deflection also reverses. So now they are telling, if the current flows from north to south, the direction of needle towards east, as I have told you earlier. If the direction of current is reversed, the direction of compass needle is towards west. I hope that I have made myself clear to you all. So now see, what is the conclusion now? So from the conclusion, we can say that magnetic field is a vector quantity because it always shows the particular direction. It always shows the particular direction. Therefore, we can say that magnetic field is always a vector quantity. So how we can say? So we will have to use the we can say right hand thumb rule. How we can say right hand thumb rule? In the further activities also, we can study about this right hand thumb rule. So I will let you know what is the right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule says that hold a conductor in your right hand. Hold a conductor in your right hand such that the thumb represent the direction of current. The thumb represent the direction of the current, and the curl of the fingers, this curl of fingers, shows the direction of your magnetic field lines. So what I'm saying, the current shows, the thumb shows the direction of current, and the curl of the finger shows the direction of magnetic field lines. It means when the current is moving in the upward direction, magnetic field lines lie in the anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise. And if current is lying in the downward direction, the magnetic field lies in the anti-clockwise direction. Anti and clockwise. So what I'm saying, please listen to me again. Thumb represent the direction of current. Curl of the fingers shows the direction of your magnetic field. So this magnetic field is always in the clockwise or anti-clockwise. So according to that clockwise and anti-clockwise, we will find out the poles also. That I will let you know later on. So how? When the current is in the upward direction, the direction of your magnetic field is what? In the anti-clockwise direction. When the direction of current is in the downward direction, this is a thumb and it shows downward direction. The direction of magnetic field lines lies in the clockwise direction. So you can do it by yourself. You can find it out. That palm on the, see, it is written also, palm on the plane and movement of fingers in the direction of current gives the thumb as north pole. So what I am saying, listen to me carefully. The thumb represents the direction of your current. Okay, when the wire in the that current is moving in the upward direction, so the deflection is in the anti-clockwise. And when the current is moving in the downward direction, the direction of magnetic field is lie in the clockwise direction. So I hope I have made you clear my all the things. So once we can recapitulate. So again, I'm telling you that in 13.3 activity, we have done that we have seen the movement of compass on a magnet from one pole to another pole, and from this we had taken the bar magnet as well as a compass needle, and we place the compass needle near the bar magnet, where we have seen that compass needle always lying in the one direction, and one of the pole is always we can say repel. Like poles always repel and the unlike poles always pointed towards each other. Okay, so in this case we have taken the conclusion that when the poles are opposite to each other, then they can attract, and the magnetic field are having one direction only, and the direction of this magnetic field lines always emerges from north and goes to south, means starting from north as well as emerge or end from towards the south. Similarly, in activity number 13.4, what we have seen that the change in current, change in direction of current always lies the deflection in the compass in the reverse direction. So in this case, we have taken wire as well as connecting wires, key, battery, thick copper wire as well as a compass needle. So when we place the compass needle near a copper wire, thick copper wire, and switch on the key, when the current passes, so according to the Snow rule, when the current passes from south to north direction, so we can say the deflection is towards west. And when it is moving from north to south direction, so we can say the deflection is towards the east. So from here we have seen that when we reverse the direction of the current, so we will reverse the deflection in the compass needle as well. As well as we can say that magnetic field always is having a vector quantity, or we can say it always shows the direction, particular direction. So with that, we are having the right hand thumb rule in the last. So in the right hand thumb rule, we can say that hold a connecting wire or conducting wire in your right hand such that the thumb represents the direction of the current and the curl of the fingers represent the direction of magnetic field. If the current lies in the upward direction, magnetic field is always in the anti-clockwise direction. When the current is lying in the downward direction, magnetic field always lies in the clockwise direction. So this is what about the today's activities number 13.3 and 13.4. And these are the most important activities according to the board examination also. So please be patient, as well as please go through this video and like it, subscribe it, and share it with your friends so that others will also get the chance to learn. So thank you for your patience. For any query, you can please contact us on letclasses@gmail.com, as well as you can send your messages or questions or queries to the YouTube channel also. So with this, I'm saying bye-bye to you all. Thank you so much.